Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we're going to discuss the 2023 Netflix original film, filmed in South Korea, Boksoon. So this is 2 hours and 17 minutes long. This is a very long film. What's incredible about this project is that it doesn't feel like you're watching a film. It feels like you're watching 6 episodes of a miniseries. You have very distinct ends, and then it transitions into the next scene, etc., etc. But what's really cool about it is that it's a slow burn into action, and then there's the other stories going on, and then action, and then other stories, and then action. So there's stuff going on with Gil Boksoon, who's the main character, who's this female assassin, and her 15-year-old daughter. So they both have stuff going on. So how does the work-life balance work as a single mother raising a 15-year-old daughter? The daughter then comes out to the mom. How does that conversation go? What happens with there's a fight at school? What happens when the organization that the mom works at, things are starting to change? Is she going to renew her contract? The kill shots, the fight scenes are very choreographed, very well done. And what's really cool about this is that there's certain moments where you're watching Gil Boksoon's character, who's nicknamed Kill Boksoon, that she's playing chess in her mind. She's trying to evaluate her opponent's next move. If I go this way, will the opponent go that way? Stuff like that. So there's the final battle scene at the end, right? And there's just various 30, 40, 50 different versions of the two of them fighting throughout the main office in this complex building that they all work at. It's just really cool because you don't really see fight sequences done that way. You don't see assassins fighting each other as if they're playing chess. It's very methodical how you plan it out in regards to what we've seen in other things. This film was compared heavily to John Wick, but there's a distinct difference between John Wick and Kill Boksoon. This has a lot of drama to it. This has a lot of heart to it, but then it does have those intense, insane action sequences. Certain camera shots I was blown away with. There was a whole fight scene in a restaurant where two characters were on one side of a wall, two characters were on another side of a wall, and the camera just kept going around the wall. So you would have this fight sequence going into the next room, that fight sequence going back in. How does this knife affect that sequence going through the wall? It was just so cool. It was something I've never seen before. So very well done. Cinematography was wonderful. The special effects were wonderful. The violence aspect, the choreography was wonderful. I'm very impressed with this film. With in regards to reading subtitles, because I don't speak Korean, I didn't feel like I was lost in anything. I felt like it was appropriately paced. Again, if you're keeping it in a mindset of you're watching a 6-episode miniseries, it was appropriately paced. If you're keeping it in a mindset of you're watching a 2 hour and 17-minute long film, it is very long. But that's what's interesting about certain projects. You have to watch them a certain way. I talked about this recently. Certain things are made to be watched certain ways, and I think I watched it the way it was supposed to be watched, and I absolutely loved it. Kill Boksoon, 2023 Netflix original South Korean film. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.